So Elon Musk, what's up with dude on that? Does Elon Musk smoke weed and all the rest? He like to make love to Mary Jane. That's a calling card from my end to his. Elon to me is in fact a cool dude. That's in fact a scientific lecture. Yes, it is. I'm saying I like individuals like that, as he's different, brilliant, and quirky. He's got haters out there. Yes, he does, and he should, because that's going to help promote and sell him even the more, as in it's happening, right? Like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might want to get those two and combine them together. Make them one. Yeah. So with me discussing even Elon, I love individuals like that. I in fact do, because they in fact hold my mindset, despite me having hood tendencies because where I come from, right? But I in fact got that highly vivacious, deep intellectual mindset, going against the grain when you need to, when you feel like it, right? That entrepreneurship spirit with all the rest, being an independent spirit and a free spirit enough to say and dictate your own world and thoughts, while other individuals follow the herd and they just go with the flow of what everybody else is doing, and they fail to take chances, risk, and they fail to stand out. That's a Elon Musk. That's I myself as well. Steve Jobs was, that same exact way. You have various individuals that work over at Apple that are like that too. But Elon Musk and Tesla, that's to say he was born reckless and he's always going to be reckless, as in he's going to keep doing it, not caring what other people think, feel, and perceive about him. Elon Musk, I'm saying. So, yes, the lawsuits, being sued, and Mary Jane, that being the weed. So, I asked that already. Does Elon in fact smoke weed? Does he smoke bongs? That is on some straight 70s with the hippie era and all the rest. Do you know that couch surfing? I should make a video about that. Couch surfing. When you travel on vacation and you sleep on people's couches and all the rest, that's in fact hippie style, right? That seemed like something Elon would like to do despite him having money. Because even the Steve Jobs once again thought like that. And yet you do have couchsurfing.com. I think there's an app for that as well. You can go anywhere. You can go all the way to Japan and sleep on somebody's couch. Through the couchsurfing.com website or whatnot. It's much more cheaper than hotels, and it's much more safer than a hostel. I say hostel, however you pronounce it or whatnot. You the viewer, right? But yeah, hippies. And the Elon Musk, he fits in with that. The cool dude. I'm wondering, okay, so supposedly all this talk of Elon being sued is in fact over some weed. I like conversations like this because it's so out of the box. It's stuff that you shouldn't be discussing in normal society with the normalities that go with that sort of thing. Even a businessman, because people will feel, normal people will feel like, well, he's messing himself up. Oh my gosh, let's run to the rescue to try to save him because he's going to completely tarnish his own image with that. He's imperfect as well. I'm sure it's various things that even the Elon possibly do away from the public in private and all the rest. You never even know. Sexual deeds is how human beings have been brought into existence. Smoking weed, possibly drinking. You don't know what people do in their private time, and yet they don't mix it too much with business all like that, and yet it still helps to stay human. So the weed situation, the whole pricing over Elon Musk taking Tesla Inc. private is about the weed. It's about the weed. That tweet everyone is discussing, yes, over going private on his own end is said to be, sent. That was supposedly that tweet that he in fact put out into the atmosphere was said to impress his girlfriend. People would feel, why would you want to do that? Couldn't you have just called her on the phone? But to say you got millions of billions of eyes watching and following you is to say that's a bigger impression. Putting that out there despite it might later on following you on TV or something. Elon Musk doing what he did. Because eyes are in fact perceptive, as in they're drawn. Where they like to go when they see that there's something going on there. That's different and unique coming from a businessman such as an Elon. Which could be why he had did that too, because the keen awareness of, oh, I'm Elon, I got all this money, my girlfriend this or my girlfriend that, and yet there's other individuals that's outside of my following that like Tesla, right? But just to make my girlfriend smile and all the rest is to let them people see it too, outside of his following, letting the public other viewers see what he tweeted outside of his regular Twitter followers, because that makes it even more impressionable to the girlfriend. That's a girlfriend's delight with that, because not only is he showing what he can do or what he can be, tweeting like that, doing it crazy and random, is to say, well, I'm his girlfriend, he must really feel that I'm special to do that, because even embarrassment and shame and shun can come with that, and even Elon knew that sort of thing. But the girlfriend was the target to make her feel special. People do in the name of love, people have been known to do all type of crazy things and sometimes lose everything in the process and not even care if they lose there's people, all type of people out here in this world that have been in love with people, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, and did all type of things that ended up with them losing everything. And after they did, sometimes that girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife sticking around, staying with them and not leaving them. And so at the end of the day, they didn't care. They didn't care how they was viewed or perceived by the public after they did a slip up of some kind, because they got the one that they loved. So they felt like that was more valuable than everything they had, such as millions of dollars and all the rest. People do things for various reasons, all I'm trying to say. So yes, this whole tweet about him going private with Tesla was placed out there to once again impress his girlfriend. I said that for the third time. Well, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, they in fact sued Elon for falsely stating he secured funding to take Tesla private at $420 a share. All was made clear at a press conference on September 27th, 2018. Decisions. Business people and their decisions. Because that's one thing you want to be careful of is, with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, because they're some people you want to, in fact, be careful and all that other stuff. But once again, the entrepreneur don't give a fuck about none. Entrepreneurs can lose everything and get placed out of business and lose license. You got doctors that have did that sort of thing. Being entrepreneurs, lawyers too. Being an entrepreneur, free-spirited, not caring, not staying in the closet with what they're going to do, right? Not caring even how their own consumers perceive them and taking a risk. Running a law firm and then losing everything and then lose your business license in the process, and then you end up going to start a whole different business. You going off starting a whole different business despite you losing your license, running a law firm or something like that. That's purebred entrepreneurship. Not too many people know that. That's why not too many people do it. You got people that usually stay comfortable in a 9-to-5 because many of them can't take the risk and the chances. The loss that come with that, bankruptcy come with that. It's all type of things. Scheming and Enron Enron. That's a good example as well. So with Elon and the troubles with that. So Elon had investors thinking there was a firm offer for the taking. When he spoke about him going private with Tesla, he in fact had investors thinking, yes, there was a firm offer for the taking. With all this scandal, Elon is in fact a very interesting character, because I said this before, but I don't think I said it on camera. The screenshot with that. Elon, to me, in my eyes, I can see all the way through. He's not much of a people person. Elon Musk. You got real entrepreneurs that in fact are not people, as in they really don't know how to get along and handle conversations with other people, outside of the realm of business in their personal world. But you got many more that ain't fully equipped in the mouth, even in relation to handling their own business, where they turn and tick people off, which leads to lawsuits coming later, even in that consumers being unsatisfied and unhappy when the Elon Musk act like he don't care, as in he's like, well, I don't give a fuck about anything but selling and running business, right? That's not to say he don't really care about people. No. Sometimes, oftentimes, entrepreneurs, depending on how they're built and branded from birth, that's an internal. The independent spirit is in fact inborn, despite it can be taught, right? But to be something naturally, as I say, is not going to take a lot of time, which is why younger kids become richer quicker than, say, somebody that has to learn it, that wasn't born with the trade or skill of the entrepreneur gene, right? But yeah, when Elon, when he does things and talks or does press conferences or whatever, I can see right through the area of where he's not a people person. He don't really care about pleasing others, not even really consumers, right? He's just hoping that they will buy, and usually most businesses are like that, even in advertising and all the rest, right? Somebody might feel, well, he should in fact be working somewhere else or doing something else, or possibly go back to a 9-to-5. But I'm thinking that entrepreneurship is all he knows. Usually in one of those type of situations, it helps to have people around you working in public relations and all the rest, and customer service teams and all that, to handle what you can't speak on. You being Elon and you don't really care for people all like that. Not saying he hate them. No, I just said that for the 4th time. He just more likely don't know how to talk to them, because see, Elon is a man, and I can tell even that he operates in logic. I said that how many times? I operate in logic. So to be more logically specific in how your brain operate and you're less emotional, is to say the emotional attachments and communication with other human beings ain't gonna be the brightest. That's how shame in fact comes with that too, because consumers will in fact feel you out of reach if there's a issue with those self-driving cars. Individuals have bought them, and then now there's issues months later, after buying them, right? Them filing complaints, them being consumers filing complaints with Tesla and nothing being done about it. It's to say that can in fact tear down Elon's whole empire. It could, right? That has to be said. And yet he's still protected. Many individuals are. Because see, the beat, that ain't never gonna. If a trust and believe, if a Elon in owning a Tesla, the actual corporation, if that sort of thing get put out of business, trust and believe he's gonna go somewhere else and start a whole different type of business. That just has to be said. That's real prolific on the entrepreneurship. You don't give up in that. You just start something else. So, Elon, he quickly criticized, yes, SEC. Some might say SEC, because there's all type of hip people that use stuff out of context, pronunciation, say it wrong. I say SEC. I roll like that real smooth, but somebody else might say SEC because it sounds almost close enough to sex. It does. And yet it's spelled SEC, right? But Elon quickly criticized SEC's decision to place enforcement on him. That's that entrepreneur spirit fighting back. It is. He criticized them over that, all being done because allegations of Elon's failure to dispute a cannabis reference. That tweet I'm going back to. That's why the criticizing is there on his end. And yes, to not handle matters specifics and affairs directly with the SEC in the most proper fashion is, yes, it is admonishable by law. That's what I feel. That's what I'm saying from my own end. Despite many of us being entrepreneur in the spirit, right? You do wanna, yeah, because that saves a business a complete trip with the operation from tripping into failure, running into a rabbit hole with that. I should have looked more into his parents to see what type of money they have. Elon's parents and all the rest, because yeah, some of these kids were in fact rich kids to begin with. To say to be born a rich kid or wherever you come from, and say you got money like that, more so a white kid, yes, to say yeah, you're completely untouched. Not everybody is, no, but once you start making a certain amount of money and you do stuff like this, helps to play the game right, because you just don't know who's going to try to ruin you with you just being an independent spirit. Because see, we live in American society where many individuals don't want you to be independent by birthright. That's a birthright, despite us being various individuals belonging to different tribes in which we choose to place ourselves amongst spiritually. To vibe with somebody else and vibe with another person and vibe with another person is to say you are in fact a part of that spiritual group, however you choose to perceive, because we're all parts of groups, despite us sometimes not fitting in, sometimes feeling that we don't belong. We still belong somewhere with some group, right? And so yeah, once again in America, that sort of thing is viewed as go over there, be with the group, but don't stand alone. You're viewed in a negative in American society to have an entrepreneur spirit like a Elon and be standing, yeah, and doing all type of random things and throwing weed out on the tweet and all that. People, yeah, they will dislike you and disown you and possibly try to ruin you. Sometimes governmental agencies and all the rest, and yeah, will try to ruin you just to place you, to make you know your place in American society. They will do that to try to put you in your place, despite you already knowing your own place, saying, well, I'm an individual. I think individuality is sexy. Not many corporations, organizations, and all the rest, government too, they don't like that. They like control, as in order and control, and placing your where and why, which could be why he's in trouble slightly. So yes, in the email statement, Elon, his closing statement in relation to all this mess, yeah, the reaction as well to what occurred by him stating this is an unjustified action by the SEC. It leaves me deeply saddened and disappointed. I have always taken action in best interest of truth and transparency in relation to investors. He didn't say in relation to investors. I threw that in, but he did speak about the investors. Yeah, when it comes to truth and transparency. He also went on to say integrity is the most important value in my life, and the facts will show I never compromised this in any way. He was showing the real authentic him with that weed. He was. That's the truth, yeah, because see, my thing is that if you can't live and be yourself despite you being a big businessman, then what's the point of living? You can't be allowing people to put you in boxes and stronghold in you. When I said about that in midway through this video, how people will see you so successful, now they want to box you. They want to expect you to be the way that they want you to be. Well, you know, you're owner of Tesla, so let's make sure you wear those suits and ties 24 hours a day. Let's make sure you never smoke weed. Let's make sure you never try to impress your girlfriend. Let's make sure you don't do nothing. You just be completely bland with that. Don't have fun or anything. Never allow people to box you. Don't do that. That's loser. That's what it leads to. Because rebels go for what they truly believe in. They're not following the crowd, not ever. Not even Elon, as you can see. Which is why he's as far as he is, while everybody else watch him, trying to tear him apart, scoping him out to tear him apart. So yes, ID logo sits on the far right, not on the far right, on the far upper left hand side, far right. That's off the hook. Yeah, live now, what lies beneath. The devil speaks. You can in fact click here to watch now. Recommended for you. Shouts out to Paula. Each one of these in fact have a description. You can click here to add to favorites. Evil Lives here. You got Fatal Vows. Lieutenant Joe Kenda, yes, Homicide Hunter. Blood Relatives. The Perfect Murder. Let me pause. The Perfect Murder. Vanity Fair Confidential. That's a good one as well. Unlocked episodes. Yes, American Monster Season 3 Episode 10. To scroll through any one of these is you can in fact click the plus to add to your, for a watch later. You can also click right here for a preview. Each one, yes, in fact has a description as well. They all have descriptions so that you know. On last night, what lies beneath. Scrolling through. Unlock series. Stalked look good, doesn't it? Stalked. ID Go original series. Schedule preview. You can in fact watch what lies beneath by clicking watch live. Support the Save the Children's hurricane relief efforts. Click to donate here. That's a good deed from your own end. Yes, to the children that need it the most. Crime Feed News. To click right within here. So in fact be directed on the outside to the Crime Feed News. Crimefeed.com to be specific. Red Crime Hidden Murders. To receive a newsletter, yes, from Investigation Discovery, is to in fact type in your email address and then click next, and you will in fact receive that. Yes, you will. Newsletter. Being the first in line with that. So I think that is all to be said for now. I'm going to end out this video so I can return that phone call that was just coming in to me. My phone rings pretty loud, doesn't it? It does. You, the viewer, leave me a comment about this one. Tell me what you sense, believe, as well as perceive with the earth as a whole and all the rest. Leave what you feel, think, and all the rest is what I'm trying to say. There's freedom to leave what you will and feel. So I'm gone.